I'm disappointed in other people. I'm disappointed in my relationship. It's not what I want or what I expect. Notice your response. And when we're noticing our response, we can see it in our body. We might tighten up. We might notice there's a certain kind of energy somewhere in our body. Could be anywhere. We have a habit usually of holding energy in certain parts. For some of us, it's more in the heart center or the stomach. Lots of people have tightness through the jaw or the mouth, the back of the neck, the shoulders. Do a little scan of your body and see what you're noticing right now. Often there's an overall kind of tightness or contraction. And then as we get into it, we realize there's some kind of center point of it. We'll go through the body for a few minutes, just noticing the muscles, allowing ourselves to soften and relax. If words or pictures are kind of right there for you, if they're right at the top of your radar, then just look at them the way we do. We can put a frame around a picture, rotate our eyes clockwise and counterclockwise in the space. We could tap on the picture. Images and words often have a lot of power. So if that's what's really got your attention right now, go with that. And as much as you can, come back into the body and the breath. Otherwise, let's set the whole thing aside for a few minutes and give ourselves this opportunity to relax first. One of the benefits of doing that, of relaxing first, is that we can take that step of perspective, of changing our perspective so that we are noticing this is what's coming up, this is what it feels like in my body. We're not distant from it, and we are aware that it's happening. There is a principle in yoga meditation of pratyahara, which means withdrawal of the mind from the senses. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're withdrawing our attention from the thought stream, from kind of the activity of the world. We're not shutting it out, we're just not following it the way we might normally. So notice your forehead and your eyebrows. Generally, when we bring our attention to a part of our body, it softens a bit more. Even if we weren't particularly tight there, it can usually soften a bit more. And as we soften the forehead, let go of any worry or tightness in the mind as well as the forehead. Notice there's air flowing. Your nostrils are breathing in and breathing out, feeling that effect of the air as it flows, that coolness on the inhale, the warmth on the exhale. And notice what's happening in your mouth and jaw, your tongue and throat. When we're talking about relationships, the sense of speech and the sense of hearing is intimately related. Tightness through the jaw and the mouth can be partly in response to being held in. There's things we say, things we hear. And we'll come back to those in a minute. And for now, if you can, just to maintain your awareness on the sensation in that area. Relax that whole area. There's nothing that needs to be said in this moment. Notice the feeling of the breath in the back of your throat. And bring your attention into the sides of your neck, your shoulders, the upper back. Allow your shoulders to relax down away from your ears. And notice if there's any kind of an energetic shielding or bracing yourself going along the back of your body, back of your neck, your shoulders, middle back, between your shoulder blades. It's this internal noticing, the internal witnessing. We bring our attention right into the center of that. If we have a tightness there, we could allow the muscles to soften. If there's an energy there or a sensation, just notice that as well. With muscles, when we pay attention, they often soften. With energy or sensation, usually we need to pay attention to them for a while first. So if there's energy there, just notice what it feels like. Notice why it might be there. Acknowledge that it is here, that we're not trying to get rid of it. And notice if you move your attention a few inches inward. There's the heart center, the stomach, the solar plexus, that whole area. And there's the rhythm of our body with our breath, the rib cage, the stomach. And expand your attention to include your whole body from head to toes. And then let's bring back our attention so that we're looking at these words again. I'm disappointed in relationship. It's going to be different for everyone. For some of us, there'll be one particular relationship that we're thinking about right now. For others, we might be just doing a scan, seeing what comes up. And notice where in your body that you respond to that sentence. If it feels okay, put your attention directly into that energy, into that location. We're open to knowing more about this. Why did that particular energy come up in response to those words? What does it know? What does it want us to know? We rest here, focus on the breath, and wait and see what comes in. It might be harsh words that were spoken, might be a sense of distance. We hear words or we put them in our mind's eye as though they're written out, and we look at pictures, video clips. Stay with the sensation and with your breath, and then watch and work with whatever comes up. I'm disappointed in relationship. The very nature of the word disappointment is that we wanted something and we're not getting it. There's some distance between what we want and what we got. So if you want, you could also look at what is it that I wanted? What is it that I expect? Or what is it that I need? Stay attuned with your energy, with your breath, with your body. Be aware of your whole body. Notice if your mind drifts off, just bring it back. I'm disappointed in relationship. Oftentimes, we're disappointed in someone else, in their behavior or what they didn't do, some lack of connection from their part. What comes up when we look at that from our perspective? I'm disappointed in myself in this relationship. Maybe it's that we protected ourselves instead of fully engaging. See if anything comes up around that. And again, stay connected with your body, your breath, with your kindness towards yourself. I'm disappointed in myself. And this can be quite a difficult one. So, really stay present with your kindness towards yourself. There are all kinds of reasons why we do what we do or don't do. Stay involved with the sensation, the energy in your body. Stay connected with that. Come right back into this perspective of the observer, observing from the inside our own experience. Take a few deep breaths. Let things settle for a moment. Rest for a moment with your attention on your breath. And let's take a moment to look at what we might do to reconnect, to repair a connection, or to strengthen a connection. Might be with someone else, it might be with ourselves. So notice your body and your breath and what comes up around connection and repair. Notice your whole body. Or looking at words and images, perhaps, or maybe sitting with an energy or sensation. Bring yourself back to noticing, to awareness. We're going to finish the inquiry in a moment. And before we do, run that back through your mind. Is there anything that you want to bring forward to look at more, to rest with more? I'm disappointed in relationships. This is what I need or want in relationships that I'm not getting. some possibilities for connection or repair. This is relationships with other people as well as with ourselves. We could do this whole inquiry just focusing on our relationship with ourselves. Notice your body again, your breath. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.